Hello, my name is Hetesh Jusri and I am with Rebecca Rabadia, the store manager of Tesco Lee Valley, to speak on the subject of employee engagement, employee voice and the use of social media in regards to contemporary HR. My first question is, how does Tesco use social media to make it a more attractive employer and to engage its employees?
So we currently would use Yammer a lot as a business, so I think that's a great tool because thousands and thousands of colleagues are connected to Yammer. So within Yammer there's loads of different subgroups within the business, so whether that be HR, wages, space range and merchandising, loads of different things the colleagues can gain access to.
So Yammer connects all the different departments together?
There's loads of different departments on Yammer. And
Okay.
obviously the heads, the managers of those departments will be online. So if there's any questions that the colleagues have from stuff they come across in store, they can literally just go on their phone, ask the question, and it's put out to a forum of thousands of colleagues. And they'll be able
Would
to
you
get a
say
reply.
it changes the lines of communication from the company being a top-down hierarchy to opening up the lines of communications both?
Yeah, it's very open, totally open. Doesn't really matter upon hierarchy or where you are or what you're doing. It's a real information share.
Okay, fantastic. My next question to you is, what are all the platforms that you use to engage your employees, in particular in this shop?
So we would have Facebook. So we have a Lee Valley Tesco Facebook account. So we would put anything that we're doing on there, whether that be stuff like Halloween, Christmas, loads of the stuff the shop's involved in, stuff in the community.
Okay.
We have it on there so that the colleagues are aware of what's going on. Other ways I communicate is just basically talking to people as well, as much as I can on the shop floor, and engagement boards around the shop as well.
Alright. Do we have other social media platforms such as Twitter and Instagram?
We wouldn't usually use as a store in terms of colleagues
Okay.
the Twitter as much, no.
And why would that be?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I just feel that Yammer is used more than Twitter. We started off using Twitter quite a lot as a company, but then sometimes things go a bit more social and public, whereas Yammer's closed and it's kept to Tesco as a business, so it's a bit safer to
And the
use
information's
than Twitter,
internal.
which is very public.
Okay. My next question is, do you believe employee voice is important?
Really important. It's so important because it gives you a sense of the culture in the shops, and it's a really good for temperature checking how the store is, what's going on, how people are feeling. So your employees and your colleagues are the most important way of knowing that and how people are feeling.
Okay. Do you think your employees are your best brand spokespeople?
Definitely, because they are the brand, they're the thing that's facing the customer. So if they're not being listened to, if they're not happy, the customers aren't getting the best experience when they come in to shop with us. So definitely they are the forefront of the brand.
Okay, so the customer experience is based on the employees' level of the employees' morale, would you say?
Definitely. So happy colleagues equals happy customers equals happy days for Tesco. So the three things have to be working at one time.
What are your thoughts on employees having a platform internally, so on Yammer, as opposed to going through the trade union?
We don't want them to have to go to the union if they've got a problem, because that means somewhere along the line I'm not doing my job properly or my managers aren't doing their job properly, because that basic human interaction of just talking and listening to people and finding out what's wrong and being able to solve it is what's really important. And if my managers or I can't do that and my colleagues are having to go on social media or to the trade union, then there's a definite breakdown in communication.
Of course, because then it will lead to employees not feeling valued in their workplace.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
For me, social media is about, if you have a concern or you're trying to find out information that you can't get from your managers, or if you want to celebrate a success or share something that's going really well, or maybe warn other people about maybe things in the business that's not right about something. But if it's personal, then the issue should be with your manager.
New systems which Tesco are implementing to engage their employees.
Yeah.
So for instance, employees that have been in the company for 20 and 30 years, and Tesco brings out a new system to engage employees, how do you keep the staff updated and trained to be able to use the system?
So obviously we would just use the training to do that. So we would regularly hold sessions with teams on how to use Yammer so that they're confident with it. I'm not going to lie, it is a challenge with the older generations and people who aren't used to modern technology because they're not comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And sometimes they never will be very confident and comfortable with it. But you know, we try and use the training as much as we can so that more people that are using social media, they're sort of forced to use it because they don't want to be left behind. But yeah, it is a struggle, but we just provide as much training as possible.
In this store in particular, do you have many members of staff that interact online?
We've a lot of people that would use Yammer. Yeah, a lot of people that use Yammer. But still not enough. Still probably, I would say out of 400 colleagues, you probably only get about 15% of people that actually use it properly. Yeah, 15-20%.
And what would you say?
I think that's probably a lot to do with us making sure it's engaged with the colleagues better. I think we could probably do a better job of really going back and taking the time to train people and get them to understand how they can use it and what benefits it has for them. I do think it's a lot about engagement.
So as the staff understand why the systems are in place, they'll engage more.
Yeah, definitely.
Since you've arrived at the store, as an employee myself, I've noticed an increase in employee engagement through fundraisers, events, awards being given to staff, as well as a focus on employees expressing their views through your feedback systems. What would you say, in your experience, has been the biggest impact on the workforce?
I think all those things that you're mentioning is the impact. So for me as a store manager, people are the most important thing to me. That's why I do my job. It's what gets me out of bed every morning. I love working as part of a team. I love the relationships, the experience that you learn from people, you know, and I don't feel that, you know, just because you're not a manager, you know, it doesn't matter what level you're at, you have value to give. And that whole bit about listening is so important because that is your temperature check. That's how you know what's going on, how people are feeling. The other bit you've mentioned is recognition. Again, I'm a firm believer that you need to reward people for every little thing that they do, even the small things, because a recent survey through Tesco and through a lot of businesses show that recognition is the biggest motivator for colleagues. So that well done, that thank you, that values award makes a huge difference to people, and I know it does for me. So when my boss says to me, "Rec, you've done a good job," that makes my day and makes me want to work harder. So yeah, those are the most important things for me as a store manager and in leading a business. And again, you know, using social media to share that, I will always have on there, and on Yammer I would put pictures with people and celebrate it throughout the company. Yeah, and I've noticed as well, some of the colleagues on here will actually like screenshot that and put that on their personal Facebook accounts when they've had a picture with me or other managers because they're that proud of it. So it definitely does go through all areas of social media as well, private and company.
Definitely. It creates a sense of community.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Before I conclude this interview, I would like to recommend a social media campaign with the hashtag Life at Tesco for the events that you do and the awards that you give to people. So I did a research recently on L'Oreal, and they did Life at L'Oreal for every little event, or like we've got Halloween coming up, we could use Life at Tesco and put the pictures up of the staff smiling, the customers being happy, and really pushing out into the wider community who Tesco is, what our cultures are, and what our values are in this country.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Well, thank you very much.